for today. Thank you so much. This has been great. And here we go. Yo, Alex and Eric, how you guys been? How's everything going?
Amazing, man. Thanks for
Huh.
having us.
Yeah, man. I'm stoked you guys could do this.
Doing great, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Real quick,
Yes.
my Wi-Fi sucks. Eric hates my Wi-Fi, so it's not the most reliable signal. So
It's all right. It's
I
going
sorta
good right now.
if I'm having any type of issue, just make sure to cut me mid-sentence. Let me know, and I'll switch over to data. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
No doubt.
just
No
wanted
doubt.
to get that off my chest.
It's all good. Hell yeah, man. So I'm stoked to have you guys here. I can't believe it's been 50 episodes. I've been doing like probably consistently like 2 of these a week, and it's been
Okay.
fucking cool, man. It's been great. A lot of
Congrats,
support
man.
on this platform. Everyone here has been fucking awesome. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by for this. Like I said, I do like 2 podcasts a week and other music streams. So if you're into metal music, this is the fucking spot for it. So anyway, what have you guys been up to in the past year?
Daniel,
Since-
real quick,
Yes.
before we start,
What is it?
for Eric and I, it's our first experience on Twitch.
This is
So
right.
tell us about-
You've
what-
never been on
what
Twitch.
What is Twitch? Is this like YouTube? Do you need to like pay for an account? Like, is this only like live stuff, or is this going to be shown like on reruns later on, or how does this work?
So this is live, and I'm recording it through the program
Okay.
that I use called OBS. Every streamer uses the same exact program for the most part. So it's being recorded, and then in the next day or two, I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. And anyone who's missed it will be able to view it on there. I really focus on it being live. I thought it was, to do something a bit different from the normal podcast. And especially since we haven't had live shows in like a year, So I was like, let's make this a live.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I know. Let's make this a live thing and make it more special. And, hopefully a lot of people are able to tune in to these episodes as much as possible. So you can sign up for Twitch. It's free. You can subscribe to certain Twitch channels if you'd like. It's like the tier 1 subscriptions to all the channels are $4.99 a month. If you want to support a streamer that you really like and what that person is doing, you can subscribe. It's $4.99 a month. And you can cancel at any time.
Okay, right on.
So yeah, I mean, Twitch is literally like, obviously it was started years ago under the name Justin.tv, and it was started as just a gaming thing, streaming your, what games you're playing and stuff like that. Then it just evolved into more than that. Then they changed it over the name to Twitch, and you can do pretty much whatever you want for the most part, as long as it's appropriate. There's obviously rules.
At first it was like mainly people that are into gaming.
Yeah.
And now
yes.
it's just all over the place.
Yeah, music,
Okay.
gaming, outdoor stuff. There's people that work out. I mean, everything. You can literally do anything you want. So it's pretty cool.
If are people like, can they like send comments or something, or like,
Yeah,
I don't see comments right now, or is this because we're on Zoom?
Oh, it's because we're on Zoom. If you have your computer or
okay.
something next to you, you can pull up the page and you can see all the chat room. I think Eric has it pulled up on his end.
Yeah, I do.
check
And
it
I
out.
saw like some people
you,
like just
Kathy.
subscribe to your
Yeah.
channel. So that's great.
Thank you, Brian, for that gifted sub, and Kathy for those 5. Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, people can gift out subscriptions too, which can really help a channel grow, because those people that you gift a subscription to will get notified.
Hey,
That
Kev's
they-
on there. What's up, Kev?
Oh yeah,
long
Kev
time,
Muller's right
buddy.
here too. What's up,
Yeah.
Kev?
Yeah, saw him on our last show in New York with Suffo a
Oh,
year and a
yeah.
half ago already. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love Kev Muller.
Yeah.
And
great
his-
dude.
And you hear the new band he's in? Well,
No.
not new band, Oliviol. Oh, you
Oh,
got to
I
go
gotta
check
check it
out their
out.
song. Oh,
Yeah.
it's fucking sick, dude. Big shout out to Kev Muller. Everyone should go follow him. Go listen to the Merciless Concept.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yes.
Yes, I actually did hear their first single. They just signed
You
a
did,
nuclear
right?
blast. They're fucking awesome. Yes,
Dude, it's gnarly, man.
Congrats, buddy.
No, thank you guys. Aiden, thanks for those subs too, man. Yeah, when people gift out subs, obviously, I fucking love you for doing it. I don't ask you to do it, but if you want to do it, that's great. That obviously helps a channel grow, because then those people get notified that they got a gifted sub to a certain channel, and then you can go check out that channel if they like it. Then you got someone new, you know?
Right on. So next question is, if you guys think we should start a Twitch, Despised should start a Twitch, let us know, and we'll look into it.
Well, you take care of it now.
yeah, Alex is going to have to take care of it. I'm going to have to walk Alex through it.
So never mind.
I'll help you with it. It's really not that hard. I mean, it's a good amount to learn, but after after a few streams, you pretty much get it down. And I mean, you guys can do whatever you want on it. Like, Eric can literally just come on here, fucking rip through some Despised songs or whatever, talk to people, have people ask questions, just hang out. Like, simple as that. Alex, you can come on here and scream if you fucking want, or you could just hang out and talk.
Yeah, my neighbors would hate that. Yeah, but I heard about like guitar players and that just shredding on Twitch. Maybe it'd be an option, you know. Like, the thing is, Dan, we haven't really been active on social media since the MySpace days. Yeah. Normally we'll have a tour or a new record or something. We'll be active for like a couple of weeks or so, and then we disappear, and we realize that that's kind of lame. Yeah. So we're trying to interact more now with the people that support us, and it's that was my 2021 resolution, and I've been talking to a lot of people that have been supporting us for a year or 19 years, and it's fun to like hear everyone's story and all that, and that's what we're trying to do now more than ever. Just actually read the comments, read the DMs, and answer. And I would hate for anyone to think that it's the type of shit that we take for granted or that we don't care about. Which is quite the opposite. So
definitely the opposite for you guys.
We're learning words like content and reach,
creation,
and,
insights,
engagement. So
knowing how to make the post. Like, I've been seeing it lately on your guys' like Instagram, how you do it, and that's literally the right way to do it. That's why when I made that custom image of us, like us three together, that it'll get more engagement that way. So when person swipes over, then they see the advertisement, then they see the details.
Yeah, Alex told me about that.
Different ways of doing it. The thing is,
like,
bro.
Eric and I were having that discussion because we would normally just disappear for months on social media, and then every time we'd like resurface, people are like, "Wait, didn't you guys break up? Wait, you're back?" I was like, "Motherfucker,
you're back again?"
We've been back for like 5 years. Like, so we realize now more than ever, like, that the digital era is taking over, and we need to be part of it because we love doing this and we want to be a band forever. So this is us adapting to the modern times.
No, I could tell you guys have been picking up more on it, which is cool, man.
Right on.
Especially for a band that's been around as long as you guys. I mean, shit, how long has Despised been around now? Officially?
Close to 20 years. Next year will be our 20th anniversary.
Well, that's perfect, because hopefully by next year we're not going to be talking too much about fucking COVID.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then we can get some Despised 20-year anniversary shows together.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Party again.
I mean, we say 19 years, but unofficially we've been a band, or we started out like probably end of summer 2000.
Shit.
And I don't even know if this is like a made up story or a dream or an actual memory now, but my first recollection of the band is me hanging out with Eric on Mount Royal, smoking weed, and being like, "Yo, we should start like the best Dying Fetus ripoff band." And that was like the initial conversation.
Yeah.
And whenever I tell this story to Eric, he's like, "What, really?" Like, so I'm like, did I just dream this? We did that?
Yeah. Is that real?
But I would like to think that's how it started.
Yeah. It happened because a buddy of mine was playing guitar all by himself, and he was huge into Disgorge and Gorgasm, and all those hyper
Eats of Flesh, Suffocation, obviously.
Yeah. These unique leader bands. And I just started jamming with him. And Alex, you were drumming were you already in Neuraxis at that time? Yeah, you were playing drums in Neuraxis.
Eric was in a death metal band called Necrotic Mutation, and I was playing drums in a melodic death metal band called Neuraxis.
Yeah,
and we just met through the scene back in the late 90s. And then one thing led to another, and then Eric and I started hanging out more, and we started a cover band, and we were playing like Foo Fighters, Blink, Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, like top 40 stuff.
Yeah, dude, super random.
Fucking great.
And it was a great experience, but we never played any shows. And at some point we were like, you know what? Let's just play death metal.
Yeah.
So we started Despised. And
out of pure fun and just like
pure fun. No intentions of
just really
making a career out of it, you know?
Yeah. Just literally just for fun and to see. And when did you see it really? When did it really start getting serious? You think? Like how long after?
Well, so fall of 2000, we started Eric and I started picking and choosing members. So in his band Necrotic Mutation, they had a vocalist named Mary that used to do featurings with Necrotic at every show.
Okay.
And she's an old friend of Eric. She was a new friend of mine at the time. Both Eric and I were like a big fan of her vocals, so we knew that she had to be in the band. Eric had this friend named Greg, and so we started out us four, auditions for some bass players, tried out Sebastian, got him in the band right away, and then didn't work out with
Alex
Greg.
saw Steve. You saw Steve in a show with his former band.
Yes, they were called Apocalyptic Script. Garbage name.
What a name.
They only played one show.
Oh, just one show.
Yeah.
It was a quick one.
Guitar player was Antoine from Ion Dissonance.
Wow.
I know to Grind, our drummer, who wasn't our drummer at the time, I know he played with them at some point, and I saw their one and only show. And then we were like, yo, Despised is like, for each member of the band, this is like our second or third death metal band already. Let's try and add in new elements and do like new things and add some new ideas and switch it up. And I was like, yo, I really want to have these hardcore influences and more like brutal death metal influences. So why don't we have like try to add in a second vocalist and try to like broaden our range. And Steve's the only one that auditioned, and we were like, all right, let's try this out.
That's tight.
And then we wrote and released our first album. And...
Wait, we forgot about Yannick though. Yannick joined in 2001 as well. So
he did.
Greg stepped out and Yannick joined in, and then we released our first album under Galley Records.
Yep.
And then started playing shows. You know, we were like a good local band. We're opening up for all these death metal bands that would tour and come through Montreal. So we played this tiny venue called Salle Delix with a bunch of bands. Deeds of Flesh. Actually, Deeds of Flesh was our very first show, Alex, was it?
What?
Yes. So our friend, so Dan, you know Dave. Dan, obviously you know Dave Boucher in Montreal.
Yeah. Oh my God. Right? Yeah. I've known him since
back then. I
2009.
I think he was called X Monopoly X or
yeah.
Something
He
like
still has that email.
Yeah, true. At Hotmail.
I mean, he changed it recently, but yeah, that was his email forever. Okay. Yeah.
So he hits me up because he's like, yo, I heard you have this new metal band. I'm booking the Bloodletting North America tour, which you are responsible for now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't booked it. I think the last one was 2019. So we didn't do it. Well, we couldn't do it last year, obviously.
Yes,
but we'll probably bring it back. We'll probably bring it back next year.
So he booked the second edition of that.
Mm-hmm. That was with Deeds.
So it was Deeds of Flesh, This Gorge, Severe Torture, and Disavowed.
Yeah.
Solid lineup,
he was like, yo, it was. He was like, yo, do you want to play this show? We were like, all right, I think we're ready. We don't have a record out.
We didn't have a band name. We didn't have
a band name.
No, we didn't have a band name back then. So we came up with Despised Icon, like, I don't know, like a month or two before the show or something like that.
Oh, wow.
We wanted to play the show, so we had to come up with a band name. And originally we were called Toe Tag or some shit like that.
Toe Tag?
Hey, keep in mind we're a bunch of Frenchies, and we weren't as fluent in English back then.
Yeah.
And I was a big fan. We were all big fans. We still are of the EP "Despised the Sun" by Suffocation. Really enjoy the sound of "despise" for some reason, that particular word.
Yeah.
And then I think there's a band from Montreal called Born Dead Icons, and I like the word icon. And then I just mixed both together, and we were like, sure, let's try that out. And here we are 19, 20 years later with the same band name.
With this, that's fucking hilarious that you guys got on that show before you even had a band name.
Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because after that we almost broke up, or I mean, you know. We were like in our early 20s, and we didn't know what we wanted to do with that. And Alex had some serious problems with his wrists. He had like tendinitis, and he couldn't play drums anymore because Alex was the original drummer.
Oh, you were? I had no idea you played drums.
Yeah, on our first album, Alex is only playing drums. We have Steve and Mary as singers.
Wow.
And then he had to quit playing drums, but he loved so much music and the band, and for some reason at that time Mary wanted to move to Norway with her husband,
her fiance,
which was from Norway.
Oh, okay.
And so Alex just said, you know what, I think I'm gonna try on vocals and switch from drums to vocals and try out for the band, and then that's when we recruited Alex Grind on drums. And your question was when did it get kind of serious? I think it was at that time, because we said, you know what, let's record 2 songs with this new lineup and just send that promo CD to every notable label we know, and we just
I hand assembled every single one of those sleeves, demo CDs. Sent them through snail mail. This was before YouTube or social media.
This is the old school way.
Saying, super old school. We lived both times, the modern era and the back in the day, and like we come from the late 90s era where you would hang out at these shows and pass out flyers to like your friends' band's show or your show, and talk to people in person about it, and try to do like that networking in person. Instead of like doing like the Facebook event thing, but as Eric mentioned, like those first 2 years, like 2002 we played 6 shows, then 2003 we played 5 shows, so we had no intention of like touring full time. And then at some point we just really got along and loved creating music, and we were like, yo, let's go all in. And that coincided with the fact that Mary did not want to tour. She didn't like our new material as much because we added more hardcore elements, and that just really didn't speak to her. So I was like, hey, I can't play drums anymore, so I can't play guitar because I don't know how to play guitar. I can't use my arms right now. I just want to be in a band with my friends. So I was I'm just going to learn how to scream. And that same year, a few months later, I was like writing new songs as a vocalist this time, and jumping in the studio and recording stuff. And that same year, just sending out demos, and then the rest is history. A friend of mine was like, yo, there's this platform, it's called MySpace, it's new, you should check it out. Like, that'll never work. We're on mp3.com. That's sufficient enough.
That is it. That's all we need.
Oh god.
And then MySpace,
and then we got signed to Century Media, like out of the blue, because we were in serious discussions with what was
Listenable Records.
Listenable Records in France.
Yeah. And then Century.
I think they had Aborted back then, and a couple of extreme death metal bands from France.
Yep.
And we were like, actually, I remember receiving like a draft from them, like a contract draft.
Yeah.
And how did we get involved with Century Media, Alex? Was it through?
Did they find you?
Yeah, no, I think we sent them our 2-song demo, and I think it was Abacus Recordings, which was
that sounds like so familiar.
It was a sub label from Century Media.
Yeah.
They had bands like Glass Casket and
that's why that
Embrace the
name.
End.
Embrace the End.
Yeah, dude, I love Embrace the End.
and somehow they thought we were too death metal-ish for them, so they passed our demo to the A&R from Century Media, and he just took a chance on us, you know.
Wow.
I mean, it goes deeper than that. Like, we actually sent the CD to Century Media, and they never listened to it. But
but Abacus
did, and back then they had just signed our brothers in Ion Dissonance, so they were very in tune with like that brotherhood and the Montreal scene. Yeah, and they had just signed Glass Casket, which, you know,
great band,
like.
Man.
People should talk more about that band, because they are one of the first deathcore bands as well, you know.
That is a band everyone needs to listen to,
definitely,
man.
Definitely, like that first record.
Not
sure about the second, but the first one,
wild. That was a great record.
And yeah, the people at Abacus were like all about it. So shout out to our friend Roy, who's at Nuclear Blast now. Shout out to our friend Stacy. Both of them were really into our band, but I don't know, I think we had too many growls and pig squeals and blast beats. They were like
throwing everyone off.
Might be a bit much. So they were like, yo, Century Media, you should sign this band. And then they were persistent, and then Century Media were like, all right, let's try it out. And back then they were signing they were signing more bands, and gave us a try, and it actually worked out well. So
that's wild. And so the guy from Abacus, you said he's at Nuclear now?
Yes.
Roy. Wow.
First and foremost, Roy is a friend. Every time I don't want to mention his city or anything, but every time we play his city, he would come and hang out, offer us a place to stay, show us his badass record collection. I don't know, always very hospitable, very caring. So I've heard the phrase, the sentence, business is business, a lot in this industry, but I enjoy dealing with friends first and foremost. I understand the need to be professional, but for me, it's all about working with friends.
Yeah.
Hence why we're doing this podcast with you right now, Daniel.
I know.
So yeah.
And then we officially met, really, like, we started talking because you started managing bands.
Mm-hmm.
It was it with Beneath the Massacre, or was it because of Obey the Brave? I can't remember. I think it was Beneath. We really started talking.
I think we met through back when Despised was on a hiatus, and I was starting Obey the Brave, and probably met somehow. Yeah. But I think it became more. You and I started interacting more when I started managing Beneath the Massacre. Yeah. And then I had to step away. Yeah. Because it was just way too complicated with those boys. I love them. Yeah. I wish them all the best.
Big shout out to the Beneath guys. Yeah.
Yes. And their new record is amazing.
Killer.
And I feel bad because like they had this really strong comeback, and their record is awesome. And they have my boy Anthony Barone, a genius on drums.
Yeah, young dude,
matching that same level of brutality and technicality on his instrument. And then they did 1 week of that Origin tour, and then had to go home. So
it's crazy, man. Yeah,
buy some Beneath the Massacre merch.
Please
right
go.
Now.
Help them out. Everyone should have Beneath the Massacre merch.
Yes.
That was another band. Like back then, like when I found out about Despised Icon, it was when the Healing Process came out. So that was what, like 2005?
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. It was our first album on Century Media, actually. So that's part of the material we had written, and the two song demo we sent them. Were songs that are off that album,
off that record, right?
Yeah, of that record. Yeah, and and I don't remember. I think we were already scheduled to get in the studio to record the album when we were discussing with them. So it was pretty easy. We signed a contract, and we almost delivered them like a completely recorded and mastered album. And then they put us in touch with Mr. Finberg.
Oh my God!
First row talent.
Oh yeah,
and he's the one that got us on all these death metal tours in 2005. Deicide, Suffocation, Morbid Angel.
Well, here's a tip for all the young bands out there. I understand the passion. I can understand the eagerness to get out there. Yeah. But as far as like our band is concerned, and my other band, Obey the Brave, we always just took our sweet ass time to write good songs.
That's what I tell.
In both cases, it took over a year to like write, record, line some proper marketing tools and everything. So the healing process, we actually recorded summer of 2004.
Yeah, it was spring 2004.
So when we were discussing with all these labels and Century Media started showing interest, they were interested, but what's actually sealed the deal is the fact that we were very proactive and we knew how to tie our own shoelaces and went in the studio out of our own initiative with our own money that we saved up. And that indecisiveness from the label, we sort of got rid of it once, we were like, well, listen, just check out the record. And when they heard the record, that's what sealed the deal, So, yeah. I don't know.
Off from there.
I'm sorry I cut you off, Eric.
No,
it's all good, man. We're having a discussion. And
we're going. It's fine. That's when I found out about you guys, and that
was 15 years ago. So good, you remember things.
Yeah. So 2004 is when we recorded the healing process, and it came out in spring or summer 2005.
It was April 5th, 2005.
And I remember we had just finished recording healing process, and the Century Media deal was not announced, and the healing process was not announced. And then Drew, who used to work at Relapse Records, hit us up, was like, yo, do you want to do the split CD with Bodies and the Gears of the Apparatus? And,
oh my God, I forgot you guys did that.
Dude, growing up on Relapse grindcore and Relapse death metal, whether it's Nasum or Pick Destroyer or Early Nile or
Cephalic
Carnage and all that. So yeah, we had to do that as well. So we actually finished recording healing process and then went right back in the studio, had no songs, and then just did 3 more.
It's nuts.
They're not the best though.
I have not heard those probably since it came out. I don't even know where you could probably find it on YouTube, right? Because I don't think it's on streaming.
Yeah, probably on YouTube. But if you're looking for them on Spotify, no luck, because we just asked Relapse to take them out.
Can you not put that on there?
They issued a takedown, and
they issued a takedown. From us.
That CD has been sold out. For 14, 15 years. So
yeah, I highly doubt you can find that anywhere. That would be a hard one to come by. Do you guys have copies? Like, do you have your own copy?
Yeah, I do actually. Hold on.
Do you really? I'm sure you've kept everything.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, Alex keeps.
He has it all. Oh my God.
So this is what it looks like.
Yeah, I remember the artwork, dude. Holy shit.
If you ever figure out a way to buy it, you're probably going to pay way too much for it, but it's part of Despised Icon history.
Dude,
I'm quite pleased with
brings
this.
Back memories.
Yes, definitely. This is close to my heart, and I've been seeing people posting on social media lately, so shout out to the diehards. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, if you can find that, it's probably going to cost you a good penny.
The layout is sick, too.
It really
love the
is,
fact
dude.
That we used all these bright colors, and that was always something about Despised. Back then, every metal band had like a sick aborted logo, and everything was super dark. And the thing with us is we had short hair and would wear white t-shirts and wanted to do something completely different. Got a lot of shit for it too during those first death metal tours, but
I remember you made
the worst tour was with was opening up for Crisian, Behemoth, and Morbid Angel.
Oh man. When
you had Despised Icon opening up for that tour.
What album were you guys on? Was it the healing process?
Yeah, it was a healing process.
Yeah.
So we got shit every night, Every night we got booed and
literally booed.
Oh yeah.
God.
We were like, guys, we made it. We're finally touring America. This is sick. And then people would be straight up like that up front. I remember I emptied was it Key Club, Eric? I just emptied a water bottle on someone's head, and he was trying to jump on stage to beat my ass.
Dude, worse than that. Fond memory. We were playing The Pound in San Francisco, okay?
Yeah.
Slayer's hometown.
Uh-huh.
And then this dude, front row, just kept shouting Slayer in between. Every time we stopped playing, he was just like shouting Slayer,
play some Slayer.
And then Alex at some point just got fed up of hearing him and straight out in the microphone said, fuck Slayer. Man, the whole crowd went silent for like 2 seconds, and then you could feel the wave of booing coming from the back of the room.
Yeah, just rising at you.
Oh man, I even distanced myself from Alex on stage. I was like, dude, I'm not.
Dude, are you serious? I'm not associated with you anymore. You're gonna have me killed tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man.
A bit more context. 2 sold-out shows in a row at the Pound in San Francisco. That was like the first of 2. And not only was I getting booed, I was getting disowned by my own band live on stage. And I actually said, you know what? Fuck Slayer. What I meant to say is we're going to play our own songs tonight.
Yes.
I didn't actually mean fuck Slayer. I think they're an awesome band.
Yeah, of course.
They have a great legacy. And yes, I just want to get, that out of the way. Slayer actually rules.
Let me put that out there right now too.
And what did it help?
I love what is it? Undisputed Attitude, Eric? The cover CD.
Yeah,
they just
punk,
did like that's a sick record
album,
too as well. Yeah.
And the thing too is, I think it was like towards the end of the tour, we were kind of tired, and like the Pound, the stage, the Pound was really small, and Morbid Angel would have this huge backline, like Pete Sandoval's drums, like super huge, and cabs and lights, and they would leave everything there, and we were left with like, I don't know, like 4 feet of space in front, like, and Alex had to
there was actually
hop over monitors to walk on stage, and it was shitty,
just
like
extremely tight on. Yeah, I've seen that.
There was actually just
of times.
room for a monitor in front of the drums.
Yeah,
so
that's it.
Either you were on stage right or stage left, and that was your position throughout the whole
because
set.
there was no room direct, like in center front stage, right?
Grind, exactly.
Yeah.
Grind, our drummer was the front man for that show.
Yeah, he was
the
up front. Yeah. You're standing behind him. Most awkward shit ever. Always found that like crazy. Like I remember seeing like Summer Slaughter even recently at Gas Monkey Live, which is a huge venue in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
And just seeing like I remember there was like 1 or 2 locals on it, but like there was like 2 or 3 backlines up there, and like literally there was no room for this band to play. I'm like, what are you guys doing? But hey, that's how it is sometimes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, not gonna lie, we backline our drums, but when the stage allows it, when there's enough room, obviously. If not, we're all about helping the other bands and even helping out with changeovers. Well, not me, but the rest of the guys. And
but you're right.
I'm the singer. I ain't helping.
We told ourselves, we said we'll never put another band. If we ever make it to headliner status, we will never put any band through that bullshit.
That BS, yeah, man. I wouldn't. Yeah, no, I love that, and that's great. I mean, a lot of people. There's a lot of headliners that would never say that. A lot of bands.
And that being said, we grew up on Morbid Angel as well. They're definitely a legacy band. We have a lot of respect for them, but that just those were different times, man.
Yeah,
I think,
those were, man.
People have smartened up since.
For sure. So we did have a really good question in chat that I want to ask you, Alex. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. What was it like trying to figure out how to scream in the early days after being a drummer?
I just read somebody say
he would lose his voice like
I sucked, not gonna lie. It was all passion, no technique. I would just scream as loud as I could. And like when I recorded the healing process, I had only been screaming for a few months, so I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I loved it. It's always been music over everything, in my life, in my lifetime. So but yeah, those first couple of tours were rough because you go from a context where you, I don't know, jam once a week or so, or to like literally like being on the road for like, and especially those Finberg tours, those were like a month and a half. Those were brutal, like covering a lot of distance, and you get tired, you get sick, you don't get to shower every day. I mean, it is what it is. It toughens you up. It builds character. You learn a lot about yourself and others throughout that experience. But it was just really hard on the vocals, man. So I would lose my voice. I would lose my voice. But hey, you live and you learn.
Yeah, I mean, you just get used to it.
Les petits missiles en tournée, Alex.
Oh my God. Sure. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing a bit of, this is me oversharing, but,
You're good.
suppositories, is that what they're called? Like apparently they help for like laryngitis and everything. So Steve and I have had a few instances where we had to stick one of those up our butts, and it was a very saddening experience. But everything for music, everything for it actually works.
It works.
Enough.
Yeah. Was Steve always a vocalist?
Yes, Steve has been the original vocalist ever since 2002. So even those early jams in 2001.
He kind of knew what he was doing for the most part.
Yeah, Steve just likes to party, so it was
you
just
could
a
tell.
different set of problems.
Kevin Mahler is he's taking notes about the suppositories.
Oh my
I saw
God.
somebody reference.
Go for
I saw somebody reference Harpo's in Detroit, the world's tallest stage.
That place, I've never been. I've seen videos, I've seen the pictures, I've heard the stories.
It's weird. Apparently, the I don't know if this is fact or fiction, but the reason for that stage being so high, and I kid you not, sometimes I would try to like hand out the mic, and I would lay flat on my belly and
to get down, to try to get it close to their face,
and would barely even reach them. And apparently, the stage is that high just to avoid like stabbings on stage. And there's literally like a metal detector at the front entrance of the venue, and security guards guarding like the vans throughout the entire day, to a point where this guy got close to our van this one time and apparently got kicked in the chest pretty brutally. So that's
so they wouldn't let
rough.
anybody buy the vans.
I mean, it's a rough neighborhood, and I wasn't there, but apparently he looked suspicious, and that's how they deal with things there. But
that was just a hobo like passing by, and that
still
that Wesley Snipes security guard just like already chopped him in the chest, like poof.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Rough.
I felt bad for the guy. It was like
same.
What's your favorite place to perform in Montreal?
Club Soda.
No
hesitations.
Yeah, you're right away with that one.
Yeah, and like I hear they're struggling right now with venue, everybody's going through the same, but we've played Club Soda throughout our career. We've sold it out like 5 or 6 times. It's the perfect venue for us, very close to our hearts. It's central Montreal, beautiful area.
Good spot,
so Club Soda definitely for me. If not, venues in America, Peabody's in Cleveland.
I wish it was still around.
It's one of the venues we've played the most. They tore it down, unfortunately.
Yep.
White
Palladium,
Rabbit in San Antonio was fun.
Dude, White Rabbit, right?
That's gone as well, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's called, someone else owns it now. It's called Paper Tiger. So it looks
okay.
I mean, it's like pretty much the same setup, but they remodeled it. So, taking a shit in the bathroom isn't as gross anymore.
Okay.
It's doable now.
Yeah, there was like this outdoor merch area. I remember that sort of like connected all these different
it was like
and like the small stage, the big stage, and all that. So
cool spot.
We did a few MySpace festivals there as well. And what else?
Kevin's mentioning Foops in Montreal. I like
Foops in Montreal.
I like to hang out there, but for playing shows, I don't like the stage. It's I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Is
setup,
it?
but,
I've never been to it. I've never been to Montreal. Can you believe that?
It's
wow.
The fuck am I doing?
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
Yo, Daniel, when all this shit blows over, you need to like travel to Montreal for one of the shows.
Oh yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. The plan was last year to travel more. I was gonna go to Europe and shit. I wanted to go up to Canada, go to Montreal, travel around, and well, obviously that got fucking canceled. But yeah, no, definitely will be. I want to come to Montreal so bad.
Well, if you do, you let Eric and I know. We'll show you around, and we'll take good care of you,
man.
I appreciate that, man. So Eric,
but,
what's up?
real quick, I don't want to forget this, but like favorite venues, I got to give a shout out to the Mr. Palladium. We love New England. We love playing that entire area. If not, House of Blues in LA. I hear that's tore down as well. I've always enjoyed. I mean, security are way too harsh at House of Blues, but I just remember going there and the catering and everything. And this was
on point.
Back when we were an opening band. And I remember Steve and I were like, wow, so much delicious food. And you're like starving because all you're eating is like dollar menus. Right?
Yeah. Gas station food. Yeah.
Fucking $5 PDs. So we lived off the dollar menu for quite some time. And then you play HOB, all this delicious food.
It's like a dream come true.
I feel like Steve and I like puked side stage or something because we just ate way too much before our set. But lots of fond memories.
Lots of good memories there.
The boardwalk in Sacramento.
Boardwalk. That's a small ass stage.
Yeah, it was.
That's a small stage right
because
there.
We had a lot of friends,
isn't it right? The boardwalk.
There.
Yeah.
I think in the right spot.
I prefer Chain Reaction. Our last show there was sick.
Yeah, I know, dude. That I remember seeing the video of the last show there. Actually, I have it on the playlist that I'm playing behind me. But yeah, I mean, for like if you're gonna like a small stage that rules the play is Chain, my opinion.
Yeah, great energy there.
Great energy. I mean, it's just the spot, dude.
Mike Caputo says he used to work there and eat all the private food, all the food from the catering from private Evans.
House of Blues mac and cheese with spinach. Oh, in Houston, House of Blues.
Here's a tour story for you about catering. Our first like major US tour was with Deicide, who are actually awesome, who are actually great. And
Glenn Benton was a great dude. He was great.
He's a solid dude.
I still hear it.
People try to break and enter into our van in Vancouver, BC. And I kid you not, Glenn saw them try to break into our van and like, hey, what the fuck you doing up there? And then like chased them.
Shit.
Shout out to Glenn.
Yeah, you don't fuck with Glenn.
And that tour, we were doing lots of back and forth throughout, Canada and the US. And I remember bumping into Deicide at customs, going into Canada, and Glenn had a baseball hat, as low as you could possibly put it, just to cover that upside down cross.
Oh, dude,
forehead,
I forgot.
Dude, what a challenge! Like trying to cross borders with that cross on your forehead, So it's like.
But these are side stories. What I wanted to say, and I'm not proud of this, but like again, struggling on tour, and what we would do is every time Despised would go, Deicide would go on stage, we'd be starving and we had no free liquor. So we would just go in Deicide's dressing room and take some of the food and take some of the beer.
It's like snag a little few things here and
there. They caught us and they banned us from their dressing room. So do not steal other bands'
don't
catering.
Do it.
That's actually pretty whack. I would never do that ever again.
Yeah, I mean you were young.
We were young.
You were
we didn't
young
know
as
better.
shit. Yeah.
Well, karma got us because it happened to us a couple of times.
It happens to us every time.
Yeah, like every tour. Like someone's taking some shit.
Yeah.
So it's all right. It happens.
Somebody just said
you get off a stage after like a full hour of playing, and then you don't have this cold beer in your dressing room, and you look at the fridge and it's all
gone. What were you gonna say, Alex?
Just somebody in the comments mentioned Through the Eyes of the Dead.
Yeah.
And, we mentioned a lot about like our early death metal tours, but like our first kind of like deathcore or more like scene or like leaning more into the metalcore, hardcore, deathcore side of things was with Through the Eyes of the Dead. And back then they were huge. They were like Whitechapel big. And they brought us on tour and we supported them and we became super close friends with them actually. And a lot of our early experiences on tour were with them. So shout out to Through the Eyes. And when we did the Day of Mourning album launch tour in 2009, we brought them on tour and it was fun. Like I missed the guys actually, genuinely. So shout out to them.
That's Through the Eyes of the Dead will never get boring. That band, even their like latest record's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, it's sick.
They still write good music.
We
yeah,
toured with
early on.
every era, every vocalist.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Even
when
Nate Johnson.
with Nate. Even like when I found out about you guys, that's like when I found out about like Ion Dissonance, and then I think a little later on was like Beneath the Massacre, and it was just like from there on out. I think that's when I also found out about Through the Eyes of the Dead. I'm pretty sure, and I was just starting to get into more of that style of music. Those are the days, man.
The Red Chord.
The Red Chord.
Animosity.
Oh man,
All Shall
Animosity. All Shall Perish, man.
That was a sick tour, man. The 2007 Red Chord tour. That was so good, so fun.
Yeah, actually, another Through the Eyes of the Dead tour. So it went the Red Chord, Through the Eyes of the Dead, Despised Icon, All Shall Perish, See You Next Tuesday.
Wow.
And that's one of my favorite tours ever. It was a summer tour. We had so much fun. All Shall Perish were so much fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
They had like a PlayStation and a TV in their van. This is before
man.
everybody had like portable phones and data.
Yeah, we had flip phones
laptops.
back then.
Yeah, it was all flip
texting
phones.
My girlfriend with a flip phone.
Yeah.
And they had a Guitar Hero set up in their van. I was like, this is the coolest shit
These
ever.
fucking guys, dude. That's so awesome.
They were a whole lot of fun. And then what was the name of their Chris Story? He was playing guitar for them.
Yeah,
was he?
And he kept mentioning Rusty Cooley, his favorite guitar player, and
or
Rusty
teacher.
Cooley
He was taking classes from this guy.
Yeah, and he was gonna have a class on that tour with him.
Really?
And I had no idea who Rusty Cooley was, so I kept calling him Testy Cooley, and that's not even funny. That's besides the point. Anyways,
yeah.
All Shall Perish. Miss the guys. Eddie's the fucking man too.
Eddie is the fucking man, dude. I started talking to Eddie like this year because of Twitch, because he started streaming a bit. And
okay.
I had an episode with him as well on here, and we had a fucking blast, dude. Like Eddie's a great fucking dude. Interesting guy, but I love him, dude. Like really cool ass dude. Always supportive of everything. And yeah. I hope one day we can hear some new All Shall Perish.
Someone just saying like first show I went to was Despised Icon when I was 9 years old.
What?
Holy fuck.
You were 9? Where was it?
It was an all ages show for sure.
Oh yeah, obviously.
And we were probably 29 back then.
Yeah, 29.
Hey, I just turned 40 this year, so.
What?
Yeah.
How?
I mean, I was born in 1980. These things
don't
happen,
even
Eric.
look, it's crazy.
Eric, you're 42, right?
I'll be 43 April 28th.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dan, how old are you?
34. Just turned 34
okay.
in February.
Oh, you're a baby.
I'm a little
just
baby,
a young
dude.
lad. Nice.
Hey, Alex, you still look young as shit. Eric, not too
Thank
bad
you.
yourself either.
No, dude, I
Like-
look like I'm 54. So
But now you're
Dan, like we were saying before we started the live stream, it's all about the hat, right?
It is, dude.
we
Take it
take
off.
this off, we're like automatically 10 years older. This is the real me right here.
There it is.
Bald and beautiful.
Love it, dude. So, Eric, what got you into playing guitar when you were younger?
Oh my God.
Was it only guitar, or did you learn anything else?
No, actually, I wasn't into playing any instruments at all. And oh yeah, I remember. I was 10 years old, and I have family in Manitoba, in the city of Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And my dad wanted me to learn English because I was just speaking French as a kid in Quebec. So he sent me to spend the whole summer at my uncle's place with my cousins. And my older cousin, Isabel, she was into Iron Maiden and Metallica.
Yeah.
And, I was just a kid listening to like pop music. I was into like In Excess and Depeche Mode and stuff like that.
All that, yeah.
And she played me the tape of Master of Puppets on that summer. It was a Master of Puppets, and Justice for All just was released too. And I heard that intro song Blackened, And I was like completely blown away. I was like, wow, what's that sound? What is that?
Yeah.
Those are guitars.
Being blown
wow,
away.
that's amazing. And that was my goal. I wanted to play guitar just to play that music, you know.
Play that stuff, yeah.
And so I got back home after that summer, and I asked my dad. I said, Dad, I really want to play guitar. I'd like to have like an electric guitar and something. And my dad is from Spain. He immigrated to Canada in the late 60s.
Yeah.
So he said, no, you're not going to play electric guitar. You're going to play real guitar, which is flamenco and classical guitar. And so
Eric, say it with the accent.
Well, in English it doesn't work because he spoke to me in French. You know? But...
Yeah.
Whenever we imitate Eric Stagg, we have this good accent. Anyways, keep on going.
Yeah, like this little Enrique Iglesias accent. You know? Eric, you're gonna play to learn the real guitar. So he bought me a classical guitar and got me classical guitar classes, and I was like, "What the fuck? That's not what I want to play." And I didn't have real interest in that. But he said I had this thick like guitar lesson book for classical, and he said, you know, the day I'll be able to the day I'll open any page of that book and you play by sight reading the musical chart, I'll buy you your electric guitar. I'm like, all right. So it took me like, I don't know, like close to 2 years of struggling and just practicing at sight reading and playing classical songs and stuff.
Yep.
And I did it, and he bought me my first electric guitar. It was like an 80s Kramer guitar with this little 15-watt amp, and you know that
very beginner, yeah.
That orange distortion bass pedal, you know.
Yep.
Did you have a Metal Zone?
No.
Did you ever get one?
Metal Zone was not even released back then.
I wasn't then, right?
It came out, I think, like a year or two after. But I got it.
Yeah, eventually, when it came out, right?
Yeah. So, but the funny thing is, like, even though I was like practicing classical guitar, I was like jamming like metal riffs on nylon strings on my classical guitar, you know, just learning Metallica songs on classical guitar. So once I got my electric guitar, I was like super stoked, and that's what led me into like more metal stuff, you know.
Dude, I had no idea.
I
didn't even know.
What did your parents think when you started getting into stuff like Slayer?
Oh, they hated it. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, I
mean, tell my parents
I have
were at
supportive
first.
parents now because I did something out of it, but
but
back then they wanted me to quit and just go like to medicine school or something, you know. Get a real job.
Yeah, go get a real job.
Wow, Eric, I had no idea that you actually played 2 years of classical before even jumping on the electric. I thought I knew you, buddy.
You thought you knew him, but you did not.
And now look at all those guitars in the background.
I know,
those are just the ones you kept.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we had a question. While a composition journey for a new album, when and how do you know that everything is ready and on place for each song? Like, how do you know you're satisfied and happy with the completed work?
Oh, you're never satisfied.
Yeah, you're probably never satisfied, right?
That's something I've learned, and you just accept it. You know, you live with it, but you're never satisfied.
Yeah, you got to learn on your acceptance. But I feel like that overall feeling that we're describing right now is also positive in the sense that it always pushes you to strive for more. So with every song or with every record, you learn from what you disliked on, you know, the previous record or previous song, and you try to improve that next time around. And I don't know, I would like to think that we write better songs now more than ever. I love everything we put out in the past, but now more than ever, we know what we like to play, what we dislike to play, what works best with the audience, because obviously we care about what everybody else thinks. You know, it's the thing about playing a show is you want everyone to enjoy themselves, not just yourself. At least that's my outlook on things. So it's just always striving for more, and you never being fully satisfied just takes some of the pressure away from the next effort. You know, it makes it easier to top, and it makes it an overall like learning experience. But as far as like knowing when that song is complete, normally Eric and I have developed this reflex whenever he and I start laughing like Beavis and Butthead, we sort of know that we have
This is
something
it.
good going.
Yeah.
The more we laugh, the more ridiculous it is, the better the breakdown, the better the slam normally.
Yep.
And
it's such a team effort, you know, because that's some of the things I've come to realize with time. I think it was around our third album, Hills of Modern Man, that I think that's when we truly found our sound, kind of, you know. I mean,
yeah,
I'd like to think that whenever Despised Icon plays somewhere, and people will hear it and say, "Oh, that's Despised Icon." They'll recognize the sound. They'll recognize the type of riffs, the song structure.
Yeah, you always knew when it was you guys.
But that's like I said, it's the team effort, because nowadays I rely more than ever on my bandmates to determine if a riff is good, or if there's like something going on with a song I'm writing on my own. So as Alex said, I will just write a piece of music, like a couple riffs with drums, and send it to him, and without any hesitation, he'll just straight up say that's pure shit, forget about it, or that's great, you know, you got something going on there, keep it up, you know.
Yeah.
And same goes with Alex Grind, our drummer. Like we bounce off ideas and stuff like that, and we're so comfortable together now after that many years, that
20 years, man.
Yeah, so we're able to be completely honest and say, you know, I don't like this, or I like that, or keep working on it, and
yeah.
And I think that's what constitutes the band sound, you know. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. When you guys, this is a good one. My friend Colin asked, but I had it in the back of my mind anyway. When you guys wrote MVP, did you know that song was just gonna pop off?
No.
No,
actually,
really, not even a breakdown.
Officially, it's not even like it's not even a single off the record. It's just,
I know,
it became viral somehow, and people started, you know, word to mouth. And it's a song that we play at every show still to this day. But we definitely not
it's one of
predicted
the songs,
that MVP effect.
Yeah,
and true story. It's one of the few songs that Alex and I didn't write. It's all Alex Grind. He came up to me with the whole drum track, with no riffs, no bass, nothing. He wrote like all the drum beats and glued them all together, and it made this like crazy, 4 minutes nonsense of like super fast drums, and I had the task to take that and try to like
write over it.
Yeah,
that's isn't that a weird way to write?
It is, but at the same time, I think it makes you know, I think if we would write all the songs the same way, they would all sound the same, you know.
True.
Like so I think it stands out on the album. Like when that song comes in, it sounds different from the previous and the next
after,
track.
Yeah.
So
well, Eric,
we tried to be creative like this a bit, you know.
Yeah.
We did write a lot of songs starting from drums for those first 3 records, though.
Wow.
Yeah. MVP being one of those.
Yeah, MVP
but,
was one.
Me being the drummer on the first record, especially for the first 2 records, I would show up with like, that was the only way I could contribute to the writing process, was to go on like an old version of Cubase and then just lay down a whole bunch of drum beats, and then just sit down with Eric, hum shitty riffs, and then he makes them better, and then so on and so forth.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
That's
though.
cool.
Not because you're a drummer, and Grind's a drummer, so I guess that's how we write a lot of our songs, starting from the
bass from drums.
Yeah. But Grind and Alex, they probably have this like riff idea in their head, but they can't like translate it to a guitar.
Yeah, so they
like
play it on drums.
Yeah, and they just like hum something, and then I like
try to make a riff of it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I come up with something that's different, that than what they had in their head, and they say, wow, that's even better, or like that's cool, and try this out, and that's how we come up with songs sometimes.
Do you guys?
I just love humming power chords. Dude,
sometimes he would send me like vocal notes,
just vocal notes, on your phone,
just like what he just did.
Just that.
I get an email and it's just like him, like. You're
like, okay, hold on, I'll do it for you. Here you go. Here's the MP3. Is that what you want it? Do you guys still enjoy playing the old material, or are you like more focused on the new stuff?
We understand that there's quite a bit of nostalgia related to our band because we have been around for 19 years, and but we are still very involved in the present and the future. Hence why, I'm actually really stoked on Purgatory, our latest record.
I fucking love that record, man.
I haven't had the opportunity to see. Thank you very much. Eric and I, who we write a lot together, we haven't had the opportunity to see each other very much this year. Actually, we only saw each other once yesterday. That was the first time we saw each other. Yesterday.
Yeah.
So we've been trying to write through FaceTime video chat, which has been kind of a challenge, but no. And now the process has changed where it's less constricting in the sense that we don't show up with like an entire song on drums or less often now than how we used to. It's all about the riff, and then we just get inspired and like, all right, what's next? And it's the methods have changed, but it's the same magic. And we already have like 3 new songs that obviously aren't, fully completed. Don't jump the gun. We're not going to announce a record next week or anything, but we are slowly but surely working on it. And
working on
as hard as what it is for everyone right now with this whole C-word bullshit. It gives us an opportunity to slow things down and write for the pure fun, for the pure love of it, without any like obligations that, all right, we have a record deadline for this date, for this tour, there's none of that. So it's just
and that was part of the deal when we reunited 5 years ago, because we did break up in 2010. And it was, and honestly, some people think this is like all planned out, and you guys knew you would come back and stuff, but we didn't. You
really did. You really had.
We broke up. We did this farewell worldwide tour.
I remember
and
all
that was it. And when we got back together like 4 or 5 years after that to play some reunion shows, we kind of rediscovered like just like
a new spark,
but just the fun of hanging out together and playing music together, and even then we could have decided not to come back and just be like a rehearsal band and playing every week in our basements and not put out anything and not do anything, but we rediscovered the pleasure of being together and hanging out and playing music. So that was one of the conditions, and that's why we never really got back at full-time touring, because I have kids, I have another career here at home. Most of the other band members do as well. So we said, you know what, we'll just commit to whatever we can. If it's like 3 weeks, a month of touring every year, that'll be it. And
you can handle that, right?
And that's what we've been doing, because I remember at some times in like during our like last years in 2009, 2010, it was tough, being on the road like 10 months a year, and
well, maybe not 10 months, but at least 6.
But we did.
Felt like 10.
We did.
There you go. Well put.
Obviously, 2008
or 2007, we did like 200 shows, Alex, on that year. That was exhausting.
Yeah, it was...
And even Alex Grind stepped out on one tour, and we had Patrice Hamelin from Martyr stepped in to fill in on drums on the tour, and
so people aren't necessarily familiar with Martyr, but later on he filled in for Cephalic Carnage. He's in Gorguts now, and he's also in Beneath the Massacre, and he got the tour bug through just touring with Despised. So the only 2 tours that Alex Grind did not do because he just needed a break.
Yeah.
Was with Pat, and yeah, shout out to Pat. He's crazy, man.
That's
So that's the thing, at some point when you do it every day, you kind of lose the I don't know,
Some of that magic. Yeah, of course.
magic. Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens to, I feel
So
like
so
everyone.
nowadays, I mean, before COVID, whenever we were going out on tour, like once or twice a year, we were so stoked, and super happy, and every night
Just
was
like
just
waiting
like,
for it, right?
yeah, exactly. And every night was like a special event for us, It was like, wow, we're playing a show, we're playing shows, and oh wow, we just played 15 shows, we got
Yeah.
6 to go, and then it's over. Oh my God.
Yeah. You're still like on that high even afterwards.
Yeah.
You're like, shit, I could do a few more. you know,
Yeah, I mean, at that point of the tour, you're like, shit, we're
warmed
finally
up now.
getting warmed up. Like
Yeah.
we're in tour mode now. Let's
we need some more.
let's do another one. Yeah.
I remember
But,
going to your New York City show, the reunion one at Gramercy.
Okay.
So I was working with Last 10 Seconds of Life at the time, and I got them on the show. And I think, what year was that?
2014, it was with
That's
the
right.
Red
Yeah.
Chord. Was it with the
14.
Red
Red
Chord?
Chord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorna Shore were on that
Mhm.
show, and they were just starting out.
they're
And
young still. Last 10 Seconds of Life.
Yeah. Oh
think
yeah,
there was a couple
we
others.
played with the Red Chord the next day in Worcester.
Within the ruins. Within the ruins. They were on that.
dude. Yeah.
They were on that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I flew in for that just to visit family, and I made it a point to go to that show because I was like, I need to go to that. And I remember you guys just coming on stage and like the room just lit the fuck up. New York City,
New York
We were
goes
pumped, man.
hard.
New York goes super hard. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that entire
super.
when we played
hard.
we play like a small show in Amityville. What's it called, Eric? What's that
AMH.
venue? Yes,
Amityville
felt
Music
bad.
Hall.
Yeah.
like people go berserk.
Dude, that's a small spot too. I can't believe you fucking played there.
It was
How
right
did people
before
fit
that
on the
that
stage?
yeah, it was crazy. I mean, we were doing this festival in Jersey
Holy
with
shit.
Knocked Loose, and we had to
Yeah.
play another show, and that was the first show. And then we played Boston with On Broken Wings, I think, and
Jeez.
Internal Bleeding, maybe, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And no, that Amityville show was with Internal Bleeding and Sanction. That was it.
Oh, same.
And then we played
Fuck
Boston the
yes.
next day with On Broken Wings, and then the day after was that festival with Knocked Loose. And there was all this drama, and the show got shut down before we even got to play. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh wait, was that was in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a sick lineup
I
too.
forget the name. It was a fest, right? What the
Yeah.
fuck was it called?
Loud Fest.
Loud
maybe?
Fest, dude. Yes.
Loud Fest. Yes. Shout out to Greg Diamond.
Yeah. Greg's
He
man.
does a lot for the scene, and
He
that
does.
was kind of a nightmare for him. So I really sympathize. And yeah,
Yeah, I heard all about that. And then like Knock Loose went and played like some, I don't even know where the fuck did they play that night. They played some like
it was like a last minute
basement.
show. Yeah.
Craziness, dude. That's happened back then. I mean, dude, I remember, oh man, Jersey was always the state that when I was growing up, going to shows, mid 2000s, late 2000s too, it was always the state that always had venues shutting down or places where they were doing shows at, like a VFW, Knights of Columbus or some shit like that. They do like one or two shows, gone, because they don't want it again because Jersey shows were so fucking violent.
Yep.
So it was just like one venue after the other, or one place that did shows after the other, just constantly getting shut down.
But it's fun to see. Just like just people do it for the pure love of it. There's no venue, we'll just find one. We've played pool halls, bowling alleys. We've played VFWs. Like we've played in a living room. We've played in a basement. Like we just wanted that. Yeah. Invite us, and we're all about it. Yeah, exactly.
That was the shit back then. When especially I remember
lots of floor shows.
Yeah. There was this festival in where I grew up in Poughkeepsie, New York, called Rhythm Den Fest. And one year it was Converge was on it, a bunch of bands like 100 Demons, all this shit. I think Every Time I Die, a lot of fucking solid lineup. First day the fest happened, it was more pop punkish. That day happened. The second day comes around, the promoter disappears. So that day doesn't happen. The show doesn't even happen. Venue cancels it because the promoter's gone, blah, blah, blah. And I was like this fucking close to getting Converge to play my friend Jess's dad's big ass house up in Woodstock, New York, because he was like supposed to be out of town. And she was like, we could probably do this here because the house wasn't like fully built yet. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. And like I was at the mall that day and Converge was there. And I remember talking to Jacob and being like, they were like, we'll play anywhere. And I was it was so close. Jess is like, I'm pretty sure he's out of town. Let me call him. Let me see if he's around. And she calls me back. She's like, fuck, he's home. I'm like, damn it. Almost made this happen. That would have been a night to remember. But dude, back then, man, going to shows in people's living rooms, basements, that was very, very common.
I've always
couldn't
enjoyed
relocate the show at the Chance.
Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be. That's what it was supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay.
And the venue was like, we're not doing it since the promoter bailed. And I'm like,
wait, where's Chance's Poughkeepsie?
Poughkeepsie, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hudson Valley. Yep.
That's where I fucked
No,
up my big toe.
Is it?
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, we were on the Summer Slaughter tour with Cataclysm and Black Dahlia.
Oh shit!
And
that's a good tour.
And I was carrying like my guitar, my amp road case, and this stage ramp, and like the wheel just got stuck at the bottom of the ramp, and it just pinched my toe between the ramp and the road case. Dude, I was loading in like in flip flops, like a complete jerk. So.
I just remember when you fucked your finger up at Jiffy Lube trying to like
inflate the dolly
tires. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just like the plate of the tire just went flying and then hit his finger, broke his finger, beginning of tour. So, and that was your
my left hand. Yeah.
Left hand. So he played the rest of the tour with like
the
three fingers instead of four.
Because my index was like all wrapped up with this like metal clamp to keep my fingers straight. So so I could heal. So I would just like shred like with three fingers and and do like all my power chords with my middle finger
and your pinky. Oh, dude.
So I'd like to relearn all the songs in a matter of a couple hours before our show. It was at Studio 7 in Seattle.
Oh wow!
And I remember I was so high on Vicodin because like they gave me that for pain.
For the pain, yeah.
And you know that sort of medicine is not even allowed in Canada, so I was like pop.
Yeah, you're probably like, what is this? Oh, all right.
Yeah, so I'll take two.
Oh, shit.
And I had to show Ben like all the leads, so Ben had to learn all the leads before the show. Man, what a nightmare!
Complete shit show.
The show must go on. We've never.
I remember like
we always figure out a way.
Yeah, those Vicodin pills, you know, like the leftovers. I would sell them like $5 a piece to the Abacab guys on the tour.
Rough.
Oh man.
We were talking about floor shows earlier. One that comes to mind is so we did Suicide Silence's album launch tour for The Cleansing. So that was in 2007.
Man. Yeah.
And then there was no Chicago show, so it was like a suburb Illinois show, floor show. And during our set, kids just went crazy and started like throwing garbage cans. And one of the garbage can just hit our bass player Sebastian, and there was like glass bottles in it. So like it hits our bass player. There's like broken glass on the floor, and then our bass player flips out. Grabs the mic out of my hand and goes like, "Who done this? I want him now." In the most
he sounded
broken
like Arnold.
Ever.
He was like, "Who done this?
Who done this?"
And he's just like chasing people with like his bass and like holding it as an
like this.
That was like, was that the Acacia Strain tour?
No, that was Suicide Silence.
Suicide Silence tour.
The tour you're talking about, Eric, is Acacia Strain, Despised, Full Blown Chaos, See You Next Tuesday,
I remember
and fucking Tony Danza.
Yeah,
Tony Danza.
Dude, a lineup right there.
Yeah.
Fucking lineup.
Good old days.
Dude. Those were the good old days. So from my friend Joel, he said, it's not a question, but he wanted me to let you know, Alex, that Moria just put their OG material up on Bandcamp. Remember that band from the Bay
right
Area?
on.
Moria?
Yeah, of course.
Dude,
I had a shirt from theirs, and like Yoda was on it, and he was in gold foil or something like that. I do remember seeing the guys and hanging out with them in California for sure.
That's a California band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
that.
And what's
from
up,
the Bay
Joel, by
Area.
the way? It's been a while, buddy.
Oh, yeah, you probably know Joel, right? Joel Haston?
Yeah, of course.
Joel Cupcake. The fucking man. So, what are there any like specific?
Didn't we play with them in Modesto or?
Probably. I think that's where
someplace
they're
like that?
from. Josh, I know Josh is in here.
No, that was
Are they from,
Eric.
like,
You're referring
Modesto?
to.
I can't
No,
remember.
are you talking about? We played a mall in Bakersfield, California,
Oh, really?
and
Oh,
it was
but
with
that's where the
the,
kid died.
that was with
That's
the
sad,
Taste
man.
of Blood, and Derek
Oh,
later
man.
joined the Faceless as a vocalist, and there was another band, like people in not Suffocate, maybe Suffocate, I don't know,
Yeah.
but somebody died at that show. That was rough. But no, I don't think we've
Whoa.
ever played with Moria. I'm not sure.
Jesus, what? Someone died at the show?
Yeah, well, some kids were moshing, and one of them like was moshing with his shoes in his hands, and
Oh,
he just
yeah. Smacked them.
smacked someone in the back of the head, and that kid went in the hospital and died like a week after.
Holy fuck, man.
Yeah, he cut
Yeah.
his skull open. Yeah.
Dude, I've seen some shit happen at shows growing up, man. I think we all have,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
There's
Yeah, I
been
mean,
some
we
crazy shit like, man, why are you doing this?
I know. At some point, I was like collecting pictures with injured people at shows. Like on my Facebook profile, I have this like photo album.
Yeah.
It's just me with injured fans. Like some of them,
Black
like
eyes.
holding. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, they're holding their
bleeding.
teeth. They're holding their teeth in their hand, and they're next to me, like, or like, or someone's about
Yeah,
to
but-
get in the ambulance, and I'm like next to him, like,
Yeah.
"Yeah."
Hey.
Yeah, that being said, they were good sports about it. They were
Yeah, most of
still
them
happy,
are.
and like we
Yeah.
don't encourage anyone to
Well,
get hurt.
no,
or
no,
hurt people. Obviously
and I
not.
wasn't making fun of them at all. I was, it's the opposite. I was trying to at least, give them
Brighten
some.
their day. Yeah, like
Yeah,
perk 'em
yeah,
up
like,
a little
you know,
bit because they're
like-
hurt. Yeah.
Like you got beaten up on my show, but hi,
Yeah.
and I
Wanna
hope you're
take a
doing
pic?
bad.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get better.
Yeah,
Bloody nose, but a big smile, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
I had another good question. Since Despised Icon has been obviously around for a while, who do you guys think are the big up and comers in the deathcore genre?
Well, I mean, shout out to all our friends that have been doing it for a while, but as far as
Yeah.
like the new bands
New.
are concerned, Brand of Sacrifice, definitely.
Yeah,
Toronto, yeah, Canadian.
Toronto right
um,
there.
My personal favorites would be Signs of the Swarm. They
Hell
are
yeah.
badass.
Yeah, man.
I love Shadow of Intent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shadow of Intent.
On our last headliner, the lineup was
Man.
insane. It went Shadow of Intent. Who else? Kublai Khan,
Yep.
Ingested. So shout out to all
Fuck.
those bands. I mean, Ingested have been around for a while, but still.
They have, yeah.
Uh,
I think it's now starting to pop for excuse me, their latest record, man. They really stepped it up. I feel
Yeah.
like in
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean,
Big
they're
time.
hard workers, man. They're
They are.
grinding all the time. If not, we at the beginning of the stream we talked about Unique Leader, and I feel
Yeah.
like it's a label that has really adapted to like modern times and are still putting like consistent sick bands and records. So Humanity's Last Breath, I recently got into
Great
them.
band, yeah.
Distant, I think they just released an EP. Every single that I've heard is amazing, so down tuned. I think they're a great band as well.
Yeah, they got better too since their first record. Their latest one is solid. I have to agree.
I don't think I've heard the first record. I'm just trying to keep up with the times, but
Yeah.
those are definitely stick bands that I intend to listen to more for sure.
Yeah, those are good ones. Even the latest Humanity's Last Breath record is incredible.
Or Volvodinia from South
Volvodinia.
Africa. They're friends of ours. We toured
Yeah.
with on our last Euro headliner. It was Volvodinia, Archspire from Canada, and
shit,
Malevolence from Sheffield in England. So all three bands are definitely badass, good friends of ours, and you should check them out if you haven't
you have
already.
to. Another one to check, To the Grave, you should check out if you haven't yet.
Yes.
Oh, you have?
I saw they're from Australia, I believe.
Australia,
they just put out a new single, and I was like, holy fuck, like I remember noticing them, but now they definitely have stepped it up. And I think they're with Unique Leader now as well, right?
They just signed with them, yep. Great fucking
congrats
band,
to those guys. Yeah, they're sick.
Yeah, even who said someone said Xenobotic. I think I'm pronouncing it right, but they're a Unique Leader band. That band is they're an Australian band.
Say that again. I'll write them down.
I'll send you a list, Eric.
I'll send you a list too. I'll email you a list.
Yeah, I'm down for some new stuff and new bands.
You got to keep up with it. There's so many.
Yeah.
If not, wait, who else? Unique Leader just put out Corpse, right?
Corpse too, with the K.
Yeah, with the K. And when I first met Eric in the 90s, he had long hair and his nickname was Corpse.
Really? Eric's nickname was Corpse?
Probably with a C, but
with a C. Yeah. It was with a C. Dude, Discarnate's another great one. God of Nothing. There's a lot. There's so many, like, it's crazy right now. There's like a lot of good bands out today, but I think like the ones that are like the bigger, newer, I guess these deathcore bands are like ones that are like popping, is like Brand of Sacrifice, Shadow of Intent, Signs of the Swarm, like even, To the Grave. All these bands are just like all coming up. It's the next wave,
Yeah.
And they're all changing
exciting.
up a little bit too, which is always rad to see.
Right on. So I guess we know who to tour with next, Eric.
Yep. You guys got a good list to choose from. That's for sure. Let's see.
Daniel, real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Because you're a booking agent, man. You work with a lot of these bands. We've been talking a lot about us, but like, what about you? What have you been up to? Like, adapting with these times. Obviously, you're doing this Twitch stream. What else is good, man?
Been pretty much concentrating on this, and just it was kind of weird at first, with everything, getting canceled and rescheduled and whatnot. So it was just definitely weird waking up every day to like, at first it was a lot of emails, then it just dwindled down to waking up to like no emails.
Oh.
So it's definitely an adjustment because I've been doing this for like 15 years. So you're so used to always waking up to like, 20, 30, 40, 50 emails. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Like it always varies. It's never the same.
Gives time to reflect on life. Huh?
Yeah. So it was kind of nice sometimes not to have to deal with it, So I really concentrated on doing the podcast and exploring Twitch and doing this and just hanging out a lot, taking it easy, collecting the unemployment. And then now things are starting to pick up more, obviously. With the vaccination out there, a lot of people are getting vaccinated. It's becoming more accessible now. I'm going to be getting vaccinated in the coming weeks as well. I have a lot of...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's becoming more and more accessible, which is crazy. I didn't expect it to that quick. I'm not really, with how long everything's been going on, I've been, I guess, not like negative, but like not trying to be so optimistic, and because I don't want to be let down again. And because especially when you had like so many tours booked, and especially like my baby Devastation on the Nation, it was like going into this year with Rotting Christ and Borknagar and everything was going to be like the biggest year, and it just to get it taken away was very, very hard on myself. It hit hard. But anyway, right now it's like I'm like trying it now. I'm like waking up and being like, okay, I gotta work. I gotta get on phone calls. I gotta catch up with everyone. There's like been like a good like handful or more bands of mine that I haven't talked to in months, and or like managers and stuff and agents, and I'm like, I got like 5 calls scheduled tomorrow, for example. So like I'm gonna be on calls like all day, catching up. So it's nice that's happening, and I hope nothing else gets in the way. Hope something new doesn't come up and completely throws a wrench in the works.
And if you don't mind me asking, like, what's your perception of things? Do you think once things start to pick up again, do you think you'll be like super saturated, or what's going to be the new reality? And then what are your projections?
I feel like it's definitely going to be saturated. I'm hoping at least that people are able, I feel like so many people are obviously itching to go to shows, right? We all are.
Yep.
I mean, I am too. Like, I really want to go to fucking shows again. So I'm hoping everyone's gonna have the money to. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people lost their jobs. I mean, I mean, I pretty much did myself too. You know, I lost all income from April 2020 up until now. I mean, I probably won't be paid for a tour until the end of the year. Like, we're doing, there's some stuff that I'm booking for like October, November. Hopefully it all happens. We're, smaller stuff like 100, 200 cap stuff, nothing like crazy big or anything. So I'm hoping. And then, but I feel like it's going to get oversaturated. I don't know if it'll be like this fall, winter, but I think by like springtime and then like summer, I feel like there's going to be a lot going on.
Of 2022.
2022. I feel like more so 2022. There's some bigger tours like 1,000 cap or so tours that like I have a band on in September, October, but they're not announcing anything till May because they want to see how things are in May. And if it looks promising, then they're going to announce, which I totally understand. You don't want to pull the trigger, announce this big fucking tour, then have to reschedule the thing again,
Yeah.
It's annoying. Then you got to refund tickets and go through that whole stupid process again.
Well, it's pretty cool that you're getting vaccinated soon. For us in Canada, they're only starting to vaccinate like the 65 and older or something. Like, I feel like my parents are just allowed to get, they just got their vaccine like last week. Yeah.
But in about a month, we'll be able to get vaccinated. It'll be open for everyone in about a month here in Montreal.
Okay, that's pretty
it's
cool.
Definitely different everywhere. I like I said, I'm very surprised that it's like become this easy here in the States to get it. I mean, at least by me. My friend Sue was like, I think it's UT Southwestern, the hospital's called. She's like, you could just go on their website, sign up, enter all your information, and then you should be able to get it within 4 days. Wow. And I was like, whoa. So probably
you guys got the means to produce that much and distribute as well. I mean, US is like 10 times the population of Canada, so
yeah, it is.
You guys are even like donating us vaccines because you can't even use them right now. The AstraZeneca.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Damn.
Thank you, America.
Yeah,
we're doing something good finally.
We're getting like 1.5 million doses from US, and you're giving like 2.5 million doses to Mexico because. Wow. That vaccine hasn't been approved by the FDA in the US, but it has been in Canada and Mexico, and you guys don't want to sit on it, and it's crazy.
Let it expire and shit.
Yeah.
Respect. That's actually pretty cool.
No, that is definitely really fucking cool. Dude, my friend Nick, I know you guys have played shows in Augusta, Georgia in the past.
Does that ring a bell? A few times.
I remember that show because I had to fix
Sector 7G.
I had to fix the PA with my sound man.
Chat. Yeah, Nick, who did everything at Sector 7G. He's here. Shark Bite.
What's up, Nick?
Nick's the fucking man. That's one. I've stayed in touch with him throughout the years because he was, dude. I mean, when I started booking tours and I became an agent in 2006, so I think it was probably like later that year I started getting shows in Augusta, Georgia with him. Shit's crazy. Go way back. That small ass venue in Augusta, Georgia, Sector 7G. I love it. So, what do you guys think the future holds for Despised Icon? Once things like get back to the normal, right?
Like I said, for the time being, we're just mainly Eric and myself right now are just focusing on writing, not with an album in mind or any deadlines or like. Don't go announcing a new record on Lamb Goat because we're really far from that goal.
On Lamb Goat.
We're I don't know, just working on some songs and the thing about Montreal, we've had an 8 p.m. curfew from January all the way till last week. So they just stretched out the curfew to 9:30.
Oh, okay.
A lot of spots were closed. Like they're opening gyms, I believe, this Friday. So very restrictive here. I know we're all going through the same thing. We
rehearsed last night, and it was our first rehearsal since
December.
Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
Damn.
it felt great to be able to play some music yesterday for the first time, and we were not as rusty as we had anticipated, which was awesome. But
Did
for
you
the
guys like
time,
run through the set or like through like some songs? Just like pick
not
some,
even not even a set. We just like, yo, what do you want to which
What do you
song
wanna
do you want to
play?
play? And we just improvise. And normally I'll like pick a song, and then Grind will pick a song, and Eric will pick a song, and
Everyone picks their song.
sometimes we don't play this song for X amount of weeks, and then I don't know, we just switch it up. Just
That is
doing it for
rad.
fun. It's not like
Yeah.
we have any shows on the way. It's just we're playing for the pure joy of it.
Yep.
The thing after being together for 19 years is it's just more than being in like a working band or anything. It's just guys hanging, with common interests, good friends, brothers, all I would like to think,
Yeah. of course.
just
I mean, you
hanging
guys
out.
are.
So
That is rad.
first and foremost, that's what it is. So
yeah.
that's why we've been a band for so long, and that's why we want to keep on doing it. So
doing the
whenever this madness blows over, we'll be ready to go back
Rock
on
some
tour
shows.
for 3 weeks to a month out of the year.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
There was another question for both of you guys. What are some fanboy moments of yours meeting bands that inspired you?
well,
Probably when you were younger.
yeah, but
Right.
our Suffocation tour. I mean,
Suffocation Cryptopsy tour, Eric.
oh yeah. I
Ooh.
mean, we were
So it was
we were
yeah.
such huge fans of those two bands, and I mean, I've been listening to Suffocation since my high school days, and
Yeah.
so to actually be on tour with them, and today to consider like Terrence Hobbs as a friend who would just like message me from time to time saying, "Hey man, how you doing?" Blah blah blah. It's crazy, because
It is.
Shout out to Derek Boyer as well.
yeah.
Very humble, awesome guy. Great to tour with all those guys. And
Yeah, that's what I always hear
as we
about
mentioned
Suffocation.
earlier, like those death metal tours were kind of hard for us at first because there was no deathcore scene. There weren't any deathcore tours. So
Yeah.
it was mainly just us being in the death metal circuit. So it was quite hard. And Suffocation was one of the first bands that really encouraged us and supported us to do what we were doing and not listen to the naysayers, and just
keep doing
be
what
like
you're
actually
doing.
supportive. And that gave us a lot of confidence, took some of the pressure off, and gave us motivation to keep on going. So
That is
definitely
really rad.
Suffocation is one of the bands that I
top.
respect the most. Yeah. And
Yeah.
and on that tour, Eric, Aborted were also on that tour.
Oh man.
And then
what a
that famous
fucking-
BB King's show, that show in New York, Decapitated before the accident, and Vader joined that bill. It was just an insane
That's
show.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
What a fucking
Um,
lineup.
But I would have to agree with Eric. And like a year prior, before
Mhm.
we started touring, we talked about Foops in Montreal earlier.
Yeah.
And this is something that not a lot of people remember, but Suffocation
that?
broke up for a little while after
There was-
Despise the Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
like
was
from,
a-
And then-
from 98 to 2002 or 2005, I think.
No, because I feel like it was their comeback tour or one of their first tours back, and it was them and Dying Fetus co-headlining,
Wow.
and we were the local band on that show in Montreal. That was insane.
That is rad.
If not, no, we've been quite lucky, man. Another
Oh,
tour
that's
that
right.
comes
Souls
to mind.
to Deny was their their sort of comeback album in 2004, 2005. Yeah.
And we played that album launch tour, I feel. And
That
then who else? We did Hatebreed, Black Dahlia Murder, Napalm Death, Exodus, First Blood, Despised Icon tour. That was a sick lineup. Touring with Hatebreed. I don't know. We're quite lucky. We've toured with a lot of bands that we love. We consider ourselves blessed, man. I don't know.
You guys definitely did. You guys have toured with a lot of insane bands. I mean, Morbid Angel too. It's like, even though that was like not the right tour for you guys, but like touring with like Morbid Angel and like
even
Behemoth that early on
DSI,
too.
yeah. And
DSI.
even DSI, they don't tour that much, Even back then, they would do like one or two tours every 2-3 years. I don't know. They weren't that much on the road, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they
I
weren't
guess we
playing.
were
And then,
always at the right time, at the right place at the right time.
And dude, a few years later came the deathcore tours. So shout out to like Carnifex, Oceano, Whitechapel. You know, when we played Summer Slaughter, Whitechapel were opening that year. They were the first of like 10 or 12 bands.
Yeah, they would play like literally at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
They were like the opening band.
Yeah.
And literally like 2 years later, like they were headlining it. Like they really put in the work. At the beginning of the podcast, somebody said, tour Australia. You haven't toured Australia since 2010. That was one of our like go away tours. And the opening band on that tour was Thy Art Is Murder. I remember sending their first record to Century Media. They were like, no, this is way too heavy. We're not going to sign these guys. And look at them now. They're like literally the biggest deathcore. They're huge. They're awesome. They're a great band. And so we consider ourselves lucky to, you know, count some of those bands as our friends and to still have the opportunity to tour with our friends. And, you know, Suicide Silence as well. You know, Mitch Lucker was a very humble, he was very great guy. You know, too many people have passed away in this scene as well, and my heart goes to them, their families, their friends, all that.
Yeah, Sam, man, it's crazy, dude. Even another good band from Australia that broke up was the Red Shore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were on that Australian tour.
They were on that Australian tour as well.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was Despised, the Red Shore, and Thy Art Is Murder opening.
That's nuts, dude. Do you think you guys will get back to Australia sometime? Do you guys want to? I assume you do.
Oh,
depends.
We would love to. It's just it's complicated.
It is.
It's hard to. I mean, yeah, we would love to.
Well,
I mean, we try to
Marshy
spread out
to bring us back to Australia.
Yeah, tell Marshy to get it. Yeah.
Everybody hit up Thy Art. You know, we brought them on our headliner. 11 years ago. Now it's their turn to bring us on their headliner. Yeah. There we go.
Send that offer, Marshy. Those are good fucking dudes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What do they think about? Let's see. I'm just trying to. To Despised Icon. How did you guys come up with the Purgatory artwork, like the concept behind it? I love that art.
That's an interesting story because we already had the music recorded and everything, and our graphic artist we work with really tried hard to get something with the concept we were looking for, and it didn't work out. It happens sometimes, you know.
Yeah,
and
sure.
we were looking at I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is it Eliran or Eliran Cantor?
Eliran.
Yeah,
okay. Eliran Cantor.
Yeah, yep. He's based in Germany, and he did a lot of covers for Hatebreed and Testament.
Hate Eternal, Testament.
Yeah, man, a list.
He's
incredible, man.
He's a painter, you know.
Yeah,
like he's paint stuff, you know.
Yep.
So and he's probably like booked like super like.
That's what I've heard. He's
months
booked
in
months
advance. Yeah. So it was a long shot because, you know, we're like, I don't know, like a month away from the deadline to submit album artwork and everything to Nuclear Blast.
Wow, nothing.
I know. So it was like, you know, it's useless, but let's just ask him, you know. And I think he had some uncommissioned stuff that he painted, but the bands or whatever didn't buy it.
Yeah.
So he submitted a couple of things, but I don't know. It didn't fit. And I think Alex exchanged a few emails with him saying like what the concept was of Purgatory and everything. And I guess it sparked some inspiration for him. Mm-hmm. And he just started a draft and sent us the angel image and stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. You know, that would work. And he said, okay, well, you know what, guys, I'll do it. Give me like 2 weeks and
get it done.
Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah.
That quick. Yeah. Because he gets booked far in advance. I've heard from many people.
I have to admit,
like a super complicated concept.
Yeah.
It was just like an angel, like a figure,
with with the wings and
Actually, I had it right here.
Oh yeah, like a big version of it.
Guys, I have to admit, it was actually way harder than that.
Alex, Was it?
So the thing about Goulet, our graphic designer, he's one of my best friends. He still does 90% of all our merchandise. When it comes to Despised Icon, art direction, and imagery, you cannot dissociate ourselves from Alexandre Goulet, who still does most of our shit. But when it came to doing this album cover, for some reason, he and I weren't seeing eye to eye with the whole art direction.
Yeah.
And it happens. Yeah. And he decided, maybe we should include an illustrator. And we were, I started hitting up Nuclear Blast, and, Erian did quite a few artists on Nuclear Blast. So the introduction was done by Tommy at Nuclear Blast, who introduced me to Erian. And I was like, hey, man, we were way closer to like 2 weeks in a month, Eric. And
that's true. It was like a week.
It was like a week.
So I was like, yo, do you want to do this? And he's like, well, sure. What's your deadline? I was like, this is our deadline. He was like, forget about it. And he actually said no twice before agreeing to it.
Really?
And it's when I told him about the concept behind Purgatory and the concept behind the French song, which is Vidange, the Life of Angels. And he and I started exchanging ideas. And I was all about like something very simple, effective. I was watching second season of Stranger Things, and then
I love that.
The Upside Down is just like a black background, black realm, and that to me was kind of like the in between that we were trying to describe with Purgatory, and it was fitting. So that's why it's like more of a stripped down concept, but I think it's very fitting to the overall theme of the record. And Erian is a beauty, very creative. Got a lot of respect for that guy. And he did Die Art Is Murder as well.
He did.
Sick covers for them.
Dude.
So
really. I always like lurk his Instagram because I always want to see what he's working on. Because it'll pop up. It'll come on my feed sometimes. And I'm like, shit, man, this dude, I need to buy like a print from him.
He's and it's probably like super small though. It's probably like
well, he does have some bigger ones too, which is crazy. Okay. But like they're a little pricey.
Yeah. Dan Seagrave is another great artist.
Oh,
too.
Seagrave is great too. I'm pretty sure Seagrave is the one that did.
He did all the death metal covers.
Yeah,
from the '90s album. Suffocation and.
Didn't he do Gorguts? Not Considered Dead, or maybe Considered Dead. Erosion of Sanity.
Yeah,
that's one of my all-time favorite covers. Yeah,
he did like Pierce from Within and Effigy for Sappho. He did. Malevolence Creation, all those 90s,
all those 90s death metal. Yeah. He did the new Ingested. That's what it was. Seagrave did that new Ingested.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that latest one is fucking awesome. We had another question. It's kind of let's see. They had a hoodie. So you guys had a hoodie years ago. It was actually the first one I had from the band. He said, and I wanted to get the motive tattooed on my chest and throat, but I need the motive and the permission to do so. Is there any way you can get me the motive? I only have the picture on my phone. Do you know what he's referring to?
I would say I would
need to see it.
So are you? What hoodie are you talking about?
We would
I had
need
a
to see
feeling you were referencing the gold foil hoodie.
It was
if
called
it's the gold foil hoodie.
I don't think so. Who would want to be tattooed on their chest?
Hey man,
no, some Louis Vuitton MySpace bullshit on your throat. No,
Louis Vuitton.
It was called Death Wish.
Remember gold foil, dude? Brandis Sacrifice actually did a gold foil hoodie. Probably a year ago. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But it actually looks sick because their logo is fucking dope.
Well, we've brought it back once or twice since back in the day, but always in limited quantities.
Send me the.
Hold on. This Death Wish.
I'm curious if you'll find it. Rose Funeral Death. Dude, so many people did the fucking gold foil hoodies back then. That shit started popping so hard.
I don't know who asked about the hoodie, but he can hit me up on Instagram, and because I saved up pretty much all the graphic designs from our old merch on my computer, so
really?
Here's the thing: we actually
chat real quick.
We activated the messenger button on our Facebook for the first time in we've never actually activated it before.
12 years?
No, 10 years. So. and now we answer all of our DMs, all of our messages. Hit us up on Instagram, hit us up on Facebook, and we will gladly interact and discuss with you guys. And and as far as the Death Wish, I feel like it was like a long sleeve, probably like a lot of green on it, maybe like a rib cage or something. That's when our friend Felix Cancourt used to do all the imagery. He did the Day of Mourning cover. He did the Ills of Modern Man cover.
Love those.
I'm pretty sure Eric has that somewhere in his archives. So hit us up. We'll send it your way.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, guys. Let's. I'm not sure if everyone has entered into the giveaway. We're gonna give you. I'm gonna give you guys the link one more time in here. We're giving away. Well, Despised Icon is giving away. A Purgatory vinyl and t-shirt. There's the link again. Click there. You'll be able to redeem one ticket. And then I use this website called Stream Elements for all my notifications for Twitch, this and that. So it will randomly pick a winner for me once I close the giveaway. But so if you haven't entered, just click that link. You'll be able to redeem a ticket. And then you'll be automatically entered into this giveaway to win a Purgatory vinyl and t-shirt. So definitely, I'll give you another minute. Shipped and all.
Shipped by Indie Merch. Indie Merch Store.
Big shout out to Indie Merch.
Our friends at Indie Merch, big shout out to them. We've been dealing with that company, very artist friendly ever since 2006. Now, right? 2006 to be exact. So we were one of their first bands, actually. And back then, their warehouse, they operated out of like probably a room the size of my living room. That's all it was. And now they literally have like warehouses. Yeah. We were one of their first bands.
That's fucking insane.
It's crazy to see how much they've grown. So
I couldn't enter into the
and we were talking about how weird it was earlier for all the bands. Shout out to all the kids that have all the fans that are like buying band merchandise from all of our friends, all of our fellow death metal, deathcore bands out there. It really goes a long way. Not saying you should buy our merch, but I'm just saying like it's I think a lot of bands are actually overwhelmed when all this happened.
Shit went down.
We were just like did not expect that. So that's actually a pleasant surprise as well.
It is. Dude, I definitely saw a lot of people buying merch from bands, which is awesome. Even bands, that I work with were like, dude, we did really good this month on merch. It's really helping us. And I was like, that's fucking incredible, man. So definitely keep buying band merch. This is how they make their money.
I mean, we're doing the band thing more for fun, not really for income, but all our merch profits we're actually just reinvesting into our jam space, into some gear to like write new songs and pre-pro stuff. So everyone that's actually buying a shirt is actually contributing to that whole process. And I'm sure it's not just for our band, but most of the bands out there. So yeah.
Kev Moeller had a question for the merch stuff. Whose idea was it to have AK Fall Brawl to model for you guys?
It was me.
It was you?
Yeah. The last tour that Obey the Brave did was in Europe with Lionheart, Kublai Khan, and Fall Brawl.
Nice.
And one of my best friends is a German photographer that goes by the name of Moritz, and he's friends with AK as well. And that's how we became friends and whatnot. And I don't know. Guy looks good. I figured just, hey man, you want
to
do some pics for us?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, simple as that.
I love it. Oh yeah. The Stay Cold apparel Despised Icon collab line is nearly all gone, but you should get some. You should get some of it, JD said. Oh yeah, that stuff you've been promoting. Yeah, that shit's awesome.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna close this. Let me refresh it. We're gonna close the giveaway. I haven't done one of these in a minute on here, so let's see what it does for me. Okay, draw a winner. Oh shit, Mike Caputo, the man, has won.
Oh.
Congratulations, Mike.
There you go, Mike.
We gave him a bunch of merch on our last tour.
Mike, so you're saying this contest is rigged?
He came to the Houston show, I think, and we probably gave him like a bunch of shirts and stuff.
Damn it, Caputo.
He was
Well, congrats, buddy.
He was playing drums with.
Let him have it, guys. He never wins anything. I'm the same way. I never win shit.
He was playing drums on with Rings of Saturn when we toured with them in Carnifex, so like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, he's in Rings now. He's the official member.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get anything on the last tour, laughing my ass off. I just got really drunk and talked on stage with Eric and Grind.
Yeah, that's right.
Sounds
we were
like Caputo.
we were like tearing down our gear and stuff. And
I guess he wasn't on that tour. He said a tour.
No, he was not on that tour.
Oh,
he was
okay.
on the Carnifex tour we did like the 2 years before that one.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
Great guy, great drummer, funny guy.
All right, well, Caputo, since you know them and you know Alex, you can hit him up. Or I can just... Or who should we send Caputo to? We just need his info to send
whatever is easiest. Yeah, just hit me up. Just hit me up on Instagram, whether it's my personal or the band account, and I'll respond later today.
Awesome. Hell yeah, man. Dude, guys, this has been a blast. Thank you so much for doing this with me today for my 50th episode. I can't wait to hear new Despised Icon one day again. I can't wait to see you guys again. That's more importantly than that.
Yeah, because last time we were in
Dallas.
I didn't. I
don't think we ran.
No,
I don't think
didn't
we
run
talked
into
that
you.
night.
No. Like
I think me and the girl like dipped out early that night because we were just like exhausted.
I saw you before the show at that restaurant.
Yeah,
and
the Gas
I feel
Monkey
like
restaurant.
Weren't like Voivod playing right next door? And
yeah,
maybe you went to both shows.
Actually, there were 3 tours playing
3.
Dallas that night, and Revocation and Voivod merged with Sick of It All and Napalm Death. They played the bigger Gas Monkey
big room
venue.
down the street.
Yeah, and we played the smaller one.
Yeah, the show was nuts, though. It was I went to that show because I work with that band Conjurer and Skeletal Remains. So I went over there, saw them, came back to your guys' show, saw Ingested, Kublai Khan, and everybody else. It was a good night, man.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah, it was an outdoor show, too. That venue was sick.
It was sick.
I want to play there again.
Yeah, no, it's a good spot. And it sounds good, too, for being an outdoor venue.
So I'm going to put $20 on the table that you're going to see 3 shows playing the same city in 2022 for sure.
Yes. Fuck yeah. Awesome. Thanks
so
again,
many
guys.
tours will converge in the same city.
Dude, honestly, it's probably going to be a thing, man. I think a lot of tours are going to like combine, or they're going to have to fucking combine.
Festivals every day in every city.
Yeah.
Well, dude, when on our last headliner, we played Masquerade in Atlanta, and that same night, your tour, which was Bloodletting.
Yeah.
We ended up just merging the shows, or just played like I feel like Masquerade has multiple stages, so we just combined everything. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm pretty sure, I forgot who told me this recently, that Signs of the Swarm did. Bobby did. He said that night, Taking Back Sunday played the big room.
True.
That is true.
And
actually,
he had
that
no
is true.
clue. And he was like, yeah, I was walking in the big room. He's like, you just walk around. And he's like, I see Taking Back Sunday merch. And he's like, what the fuck? They're playing tonight too?
Yeah.
Shit's
like three tours playing the same venue on one night.
It's fucking insane, man. That's awesome.
I get a feeling it's going to happen more often once things resume. So let's try and merge some packages and do some crazy things. Yeah,
man.
I'm all about it.
I love shit like that. Well, hell yeah.
Cool.
Let's go. I'm going to pick somebody to raid, which like I told you guys before, it's just us bringing everybody, or mostly everybody, from this stream to somebody else's stream. Recently I became friends with Terry. His name's Bees. Nickname is Bees. He works for notfest.com. He streams on here under the name Mosh Talks. He actually recently became partnered with Twitch, which is fucking awesome. He's a great dude. He used to work for Kerrang, Metal Hammer. He's from Europe. He's from over there. So he's worked with everybody. So he's streaming right now, and I think we should go raid him.
Awesome.
Show him some love.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see. Let me bring up his channel right now so I can get it going. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. If you're new, if you're new here, I do these podcasts every week, and you can always just scroll below. You could see the advertisements for them. Follow me on social media. Obviously, follow Despised Icon, which I'm sure you all do. But if you don't, go do it. And yeah, come by. I'm on here like a few times a week. So different guests, different musicians. And it's a fucking blast. We have a good time. Yo, Unmuted Show, big shout out to him. He's from Dubai. He's also another guy that I met recently through Twitch who does podcasts as well. Great fucking guy. Everybody should go follow him. Thank you for those gifted subs, man. I appreciate you. Good people right there. So anyway, despite Alex, Eric, thank you so much again. Love you guys.
Thanks again for having us, man. This was actually a lot of fun. Good catching up with you.
Again soon.
Congrats on the 50th episode, and
thank you.
You're just getting started, man.
Yeah, just getting going. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna go raid bees for Mosh Talks. Stick in here, show him some love. If you don't follow him, do it. He literally just had Clown from Slipknot on his podcast the other day too, so he always has guests as well. Anyway, here we go. Thanks again, guys. Thank you, everybody. All right, here we go. Raid, and you'll see it pop up on your end. And it'll like switch over to his stream.